to Bad Larry.
Okay, the time is drawing nearer and nearer as we conclude part 4 of Endgame with this banger of an issue. What's up, everyone? I'm your host, Bad Larry, and this episode, this issue, is the entire reason I continued reading comics when I was a kid, why I'm a Cyclops fan, and really why I created this channel. My initial purpose was to experience this X Factor run as an adult with y'all, and I've really enjoyed it thus far. Will say Portasio just delivered on this cover, and this is how I imagine Cyclops really feeling in this issue. What an epic cover! It's my favorite cover of Cyclops, one of my favorite issues of all time. It's the raw emotion you sense in this image, the power. It's awesome! This issue is titled Finale, but it could also be titled Bitter Sacrifice, as stated on the cover. The issue is drawn by Wilse Portasio and co-written by Lee, Portasio, and Claremont. It's a banger. The X Factor team are on the moon, face to face with their penultimate enemy, Apocalypse. Much like the X-Men have at the time, their greatest foe in Magneto, Apocalypse is that to the X Factor. And right now, he's enormous, holding baby Nathan Christopher hostage and plans to kill our heroes. Apocalypse talks more about the Special 12, these powerful and special mutants who would save or destroy all of mutant kind. I like how Portasio snuck in an image of Cable because at the time no one knew it was the little baby Nathan Christopher. But for reference, in order, the 12 special mutants are Cyclops, Phoenix, Storm, Magneto, Polaris, Living Monolith, Bishop, Cable, Professor X, Iceman, Mikhail Rasputin, the older brother of Colossus, and Sunfire. Epic splash page. Portasio is in his bag. I love the pink shading on Iceman. Dana Mooreshead did an excellent job on colors this issue. The narrator in this issue is Cyclops himself. We are seeing his thoughts in real time. He thinks it's odd that Apocalypse value system is that only the strong survive. But even toe to toe, Apocalypse refuses to fight X Factor straight up. Instead he's using flunky mutates, the Riders of the Storm, Gauntlet, Tusk, and Barrage to do his fighting for him. Cyclops' main goal is to rescue baby Nathan Christopher and has Marvel Girl try and use her telekinesis to get him free. Doesn't work. The battle is intense. Beast got little tusk monkeys on his back. Archangel gets lit up by Gauntlet. He'll be fine. 'Tis but a flesh wound, my lord. And all it did was make Archangel pissed. And Marvel Girl easily takes out Crocodile Teeth Gauntlet. The movement and energy in these panels are off the chain. Cyclops knows this first wave is too easy. As soon as he is aware there's a sneaky wild card somewhere, she attacks. It is indeed Black Bolt's wife Medusa with her long red power hair. Cyclops has Barrage cooked, but Medusa's attack on Jean, the love of his life, causes the momentary distraction Barrage needed to blast Cyclops in the chest. Up close too, and now both Marvel Girl and Cyclops are down. Not good. Another one of the Inhumans Apocalypse has brainwashed is Crystal, and she sends Archangel flying with a massively powerful air blast. Reading this as a kid, I was totally enthralled. I remember reading it over and over and over. This part especially, I thought, oh no, Cyclops is cooked, the team is all captured. But then you read the thoughts of Cyclops, he's saying, this is all part of the plan. This is when I knew I was a Cyclops fan for life. Who would plan on purpose for this to happen? Master strategist. Apocalypse's plan for the 12 special mutants is simple. Steal their powers and infuse their powers with himself, making him the most powerful being in the universe. Okay, we got it. I love Cyclops' attitude here. While Apocalypse is rambling on and on about his evil plans, Cyclops just tunes him out, and we learn Cyclops' heart motivation. He's a true hero to protect the innocent like his son from evil villains like Apocalypse. That's what his life is all about. I respect it. Like I said earlier, Cyclops always has a plan, and that plan is in full effect. Kablooey! The Inhumans, led by Black Bolt, show up and free X Factor. But now that they're free, the fighting must continue. I see Crocodile Teeth Gauntlet recovered quickly from being put down by Marvel Girl earlier. How convenient. Cyclops realizes the first step in taking down Apocalypse is to take out those metal energy conduits that are keeping Apocalypse all juiced up. What I do admire about Apocalypse is that when an enemy of his gets in a good shot or surprises him, Apocalypse acknowledges it. And here he says Cyclops is the most worthy of foes. Again, big compliment to Cyclops from such a powerful enemy. We tune into Ascani, looking very futuristic. Well, because she's from the future. She's kind of starstruck seeing X Factor in real life. All she knows of them are stories and legends. Ascani is asking the same question any of us would be asking if we were able to go back in time. Is what I'm doing here helping make my future better? Or is what I'm doing here causing the Armageddon my future is living in? She also states she is the last hope for her future. So, Ascani is also kind of a big deal. The one good thing from being from the future, you just know things that people from the present do not. Like here, she knows anyone who might touch or try and get the baby out of this contraption, well, it's a death sentence. So Ascani takes one for the present team and launches in, saving both Beast and Marvel Girl, but taking a huge blast of energy for her troubles. Whatever she did allowed the baby to be removed, but tells Beast she better hurry before Apocalypse's goons show up. I love the difference Jim Lee, Claremont, and Portacio depict Apocalypse versus Louis Simonson. Louis Simonson made Apocalypse more like a jester, kind of like Loki. The Apocalypse here, this is what he was meant to be. A monster! Both Inhumans and X Factor are letting Apocalypse have it, doing very little damage though. Cyclops was literally thinking what I was thinking. This Apocalypse isn't the same as when they fought him in the past. In the past, he would shapeshift all over the place, ducking and dodging like a blue monkey. Now he's just a huge, and he's relying on blasting, no shapeshifting. Cyclops is trying to find Apocalypse's weakness. Maybe his large size is an Achilles heel. We'll see. We uncover two things in this panel. Beast realizes Marvel Girl got some of that old telepathy back, and that there's something seriously amiss with the baby Nathan Christopher. We see the effect of Apocalypse's infection. Baby Nathan Christopher is dying. He's infected with the techno-organic virus, and they must act fast or the baby will surely die. Ascani pipes in, says this here is the exact reason she's here from the future. She knows how to save the child. But what does that mean exactly? Marvel Girl's telepathy is cattywampus. It's like a sputtering old Buick. It's working, it's not working. She just wants to know for sure if Ascani is telling the truth or lying. How frustrating it must be for Jean having to make a decision like the rest of us regular folks. But the clock is ticking. Gotta make a move or the child dies. The power the little baby Nathan Christopher has is immense. He pulls Jean into his head, into the astral plane, which is why we see the cutesy animals, and Jean is in an astral warrior getup. He's trying to tell her something, but he isn't trained in this kind of stuff. It's all interpretation. Jean better pay close attention. I will say I love this look for her, her astral projected warrior look. I would love to see an action figure in this style like this. The baby Nathan Christopher is much, much more clever than he should be. He has drawn Apocalypse into the astral plane as well, which should even up the battle some. Clever, clever boy. And now the battle ensues. Apocalypse is talking trash like he do, but Jean has spent more time here than him. And Jean tells Apocalypse to basically quit flapping his blue lips and knuckle up. Apocalypse is trying to use the power of manifestation here. Just saying you're winning doesn't make it so, monkey breath. And just like the baby Nathan Christopher brought both Jean and Apocalypse into this astral plane, Jean uses her abilities to bring in player number 3, Daddy Cyclops. Now I want this as an action figure. Astral Plane Cyclops with a huge Thundercat sword? Apocalypse totally underestimates the connection between Scott and Jean. They are more like one in this space than two, operating together better than the Blue Angels. Cyclops digs deep. The last time on this moon, the blue area of the moon, he lost Jean Grey. She died. He won't let that happen again and strikes through Apocalypse with all his might, like Arthur with Excalibur striking down the dragon. Oh boy, this is so intense. Jean thinks Cyclops is scared or hurt as he slumped over, grinding his teeth, but it's not pain or fear, it's just pure anger. We see his thoughts on his knees. Cyclops feels the entirety of his family, all in his soul, all their power within him. And they say the eyes are the windows to the soul. So Cyclops opens his eyes. What an epic takedown! I love how Cyclops just goes about it like this was just another day in the park. He freaking destroyed Apocalypse by himself! Epic! That panel is why Cyclops became my favorite of all time. He went Super Saiyan! And now he must tend to his baby son, maybe only for moments though, as the baby is literally dying. For all the evidence is clear, the baby has only moments left to live. There seems to be nothing anyone can do. Except Cyclops rolls the dice. He remembers what Ascani said earlier, that she came from the future to this moment especially to save the baby. It's a long shot, but Cyclops calls out for Ascani. Cyclops knows what he must do. The questions are really irrelevant. He's just grasping at straws, trying to get anything. He spent this entire series, some 68 issues, trying to find his son, protecting him from Madeline Pryor and demons, and then rescuing him when they were sent to another planet. He has been chasing down his son this entire series, trying to keep him safe, and now he must let him go. Even Ascani says that the baby will never return. It is heartbreaking what Cyclops must be going through. And even Jean Grey, even though Jean Grey didn't birth the baby, she is deeply, deeply connected to him because her clone is his mom. So they do share some same genes, and the baby clearly accepts Jean as his mother as well. The clock is literally ticking down to zero. Ascani is basically coming apart. Whatever energy she used to come back to the past, well, looks like she's leaking a little bit. Energy just escaping her. She needs as much as she can to take her and the baby to the future, where she says she will live, where he will live. And the remainder of what was left of ship is also dying. Cyclops must make a choice now. It must be now. The son he never really got to know, his flesh and blood, now he must let him go in order to save him. Cyclops lets him go with Ascani, and just like that, in a flash, they're all gone. And Cyclops is left with the empty feelings if he made the right choice or not. That's the hard part, the not knowing. I mean, we know now that the baby is Cable and is a badass, but back then, they didn't know. Everyone except Cyclops and strangely Officer Jones are celebrating the defeat of Apocalypse. I think that they just put her in here because, oh, remember, this lady from Earth, this random cop is also on the moon. She helped out a little bit too. Just FYI, so you remember. Like I said earlier, the hardest part for Cyclops is the not knowing. But Professor X taught them to have hope and faith. So he leans on that to keep it together. For some reason, Cyclops is lucky. Ascani called him part of the Chosen's family, and sometimes you just have to accept that everything has and will always work out for you, which allows Cyclops to keep his head up. I don't really dislike that main characters just as is, but this bald-headed son of a bitch, I really don't like him. All this power, he doesn't do shit. Interesting, he has the power eye just like Cable will have the power eye. He yammers on and on about how Cyclops chose love over fear and all this, but this ending is a bit like WTF. I don't care what this big bitch has to say, this do-nothing mother trucker. I would have preferred another page of the team traveling back home to Earth. However, they make that happen, but alas, this is still my favorite issue in the series, one of my favorite teams, and sadly, there's only 2 more issues to go in this series. So hit that like button for sure for this epic issue, subscribe, and I'll see you real soon. Peace.